I like to think of destinations in terms of three key elements: landscape, wildlife and culture. And Chile is blessed with an abundance of all three. During this voyage we're exploring the wild southern portion of this long mountainous country, travelling northwards from the rugged shores of Tierra del Fuego through a seemingly endless maze of steep-sided fjords and glaciated valleys. But it's not just the nature that's spectacular in this part of the world. There's also a fascinating blend of local history, people and culture.
Sailing through the Patagonian fjords is truly beautiful. You have breathtaking scenery wherever you look and a sense of never-ending, untouched wilderness. But to be rewarded with this beauty, you have to take risks. Certain stretches of the fjords are pinched tightly together, creating bottlenecks that water has to squeeze through with the changing tides. We call these sections narrows, and to access the beauty of Torres del Paine, we have to take our ship through the notorious White Narrows. Staff captain and I go ahead of the ship in a Zodiac to check the conditions. The huge volume of water moving through the White Narrows creates a raging current, and if the current is too strong, the ship could be pushed off course towards the cliffs. Planning our passage is meticulous, and the execution must be flawless. GPS tells us the speed at which the current flows, but there's also visible indications such as eddies and whirlpools. Timing is everything. Once the ship starts on its way, it is too late and too dangerous to stop and turn around. When the tide is slack and the once raging torrents become a calm surface, the staff captain informs the bridge, and with this, the captain can now take the Silver Explorer through this truly spectacular but nonetheless hazardous stretch of the fjords, the White Narrows.
It was a beautiful sunrise as we boarded a speedboat to take us to Magdalena Island. As we arrived, the Magellanic penguins were just waking up and emerging from their burrows in the golden light of sunrise. We followed a trail up a gentle slope to the lighthouse, meandering between penguin burrows and kelp gull nests. The thing I like most about penguins is the way they walk. They look like very awkward comical characters as they waddle up and down the slope.
The Magellanic penguins, most common penguins in Tierra del Fuego. It's a penguin which is really easy to recognize. It's black and white, and in the front of upper body they have two black bands. Who knows why? Maybe it's fashionable in the penguin world. In Magdalena Island we see nesting burrows of these penguins. Here it's very good way to protect its eggs and chicks from weather and of course from predators. Some of them were molting, some of them were enjoying sunshine, and some of them were pruning their oven feathers so they look good to attract the potential mate.
The environment we're operating in is a harsh one, a challenging one, an unpredictable one, and we really do have to be ready and prepared for more or less any eventuality. It means that we have to work very, very closely with the ship's crew, the deck crew in particular. The way that we dovetail in during operation is a vital link in that safety chain that keeps us protected when we're off the vessel. The Zodiacs, the small boats that we use to take people from the ship to the shore, in many ways they are the secret weapon of expedition cruising. They're what separates us from the wider cruising industry. So when we're visiting a spectacular place like Patagonia, the Zodiacs enable us to get up really close and personal to the wildlife and the scenery and explore the deepest ends of the fjords in this wonderful part of the world.
Here we are at Torres del Paine National Park, clearly one of the most majestic landscapes that one can witness anywhere in the world. We can see glaciers hanging, and as they slowly melt during the summer months, they provide the water that flows through this vigorous waterfall at our feet. As a geologist, I am most impressed by the in-your-face, raw, naked geology that is exposed by repeated glaciations over the last several million years. It is without a doubt one of the most amazing, evocative landscapes that one can possibly imagine.
Mountains and the geology of the Torres del Paine National Park here in Chile is certainly overwhelming. For me, as a biologist, the combination of these mountains, these landscapes, which is the Patagonian steppe, all of these plants growing there perfectly adapted to the dryness, is what I find so interesting and beautiful to see in this corner of this world. We have seen the Patagonian steppe of Chile, and we also walked through the Magellanic subpolar forest, which is very unique for this part of the world, with all these southern beech trees covered by lichen and surrounded by the firebush with the beautiful red flowers.
Sitting between the northern and southern Patagonian ice fields, in the Asen region of Chile, we find the small village of Tortel. This picturesque village runs along the banks of the fjords, where the Baker and Pashua rivers meet the Pacific Ocean. It was founded in 1955 as a lumber town to exploit the wood of the cypress trees that are so abundant in this area, and its three-dimensional maze of wooden walkways and stilted houses are testament to the craftsmanship of the lumberjacks that settled and continue to live here. Being welcomed by the local people, to hear their music and witness their traditional dance made the experience of exploring Tortel really special.
We've seen some beautiful things during our voyage through Chile. Wonderful wildlife, stunning scenery, and a vibrant, colourful culture. There's a timeless quality to many of the areas that we've visited. Cruising the calm channels and fjords, we've retraced the routes of explorers like Charles Darwin and Magellan, and most of these landscapes remain completely unaltered from those earlier centuries. It's easy to understand why all these lovely people have been so proud to share their homeland with us. It really has been a privilege to visit this wonderful region.